Cooking with Calvin, fan suggestion edition. Cooking with Calvin, I got new green hair too. Cooking with Calvin, got a nice spread today. Cooking with Calvin, you don't know what's about to hit you. Everyone welcome their favorite co-star, the cat. He's whining this whole time. What's up, bud? He feels a little better, I think. Still taking him to the vet Tuesday because, I don't know. We'll see. But he's been whining right now. He's like, I want to be in the episode too. Hey, man. I got stuff I gotta do. I got things to prepare. Late night episode, so I gotta get going because I gotta work tomorrow. Today's episode was another fan suggestion by MrBallz. Y'all have heard me talk about this individual a couple times. Love his support. Thank you very much. But he wanted me to cook a fancy ramen spread. I'm talking about making the noodles from scratch, making the broth from scratch, going out and killing the chicken, plucking it myself, gutting it, cutting it up from scratch. All of the above. That's what I was going to do. But then, life. In my mind, because fancy is kind of a subjective term, right? It depends who you're talking to. Fancy to someone like me, and compared to someone that is used to 5-star restaurants all the time, gonna be a little different. I grew up on those really cheap ramen packages. I didn't know what real ramen was until I moved to Houston. All right, so we're talking like late 20s. So fancy ramen, or well, ramen to me was always the, 14, 15 cent packages. You want to splurge, the 56-cent cup. I think the most I ever spent on ramen was like 99 cents. I don't even know. So, being a subjective term, the fancy ramen I got today, and this is also going to be my first compare episode. Yeah, we're going to compare several ramens because it's a fancy ramen spread. That's right. I'm used to 56 cents, like $2.49, $3.99. I think I got one that was like $5. That's fancy. This is the first one, Japanese miso ramen. Hashtag not a sponsor. Garlicky veggie rice ramen noodle soup, which is, whatever, soup. Jade Pearl organic rice ramen. Mike's Mighty Good Craft ramen. Hashtag none of these are sponsors. Spicy vegetarian kimchi ramen soup. What? Blow my mind, right? I didn't even know there was this many ramens in the store. Hot and sour rice ramen noodle soup. So, let me tell you, it's going to be a jam-packed fun episode. This might go on for days. I don't even know. I just looked, and all these take like 3 minutes to make, which is awesome, but we're going to throw some green chili habanero spiced shrimp in one of them. Y'all know how I feel about steak. So I got a boneless New York strip. We're going to cut that up and put it in one of them. Then I got some veggies. Garlic's going in there. Some tomato. Some mushroom. Some bell pepper. We're going to have a hell of a time today on Cooking with Calvin. Stay tuned. I don't need to say that, I guess. All right. Yeah? So only when I start to talk, you're going to start to meow. Okay, yeah, green hair, just went for it. I was like, why not? Never done green before. Gotten a lot of Joker questions. Unintentional. I'm gonna get started chopping some stuff up. I also got some fresh green onion. Maybe too much food? I don't know. We'll play it by ear. Second appearance from the cat. He just really loves the camera today, I guess. What's up, man? You want to say hi over here? Yeah. Again, premium cat content at GYPNESS Instagram. Let me find Little. Oh, he's right here. This little guy has been loving going outside, but he escaped today. He escaped his little harness. I'm going to go chase him down. He's hiding under a car. Bad boy. Anyways, those are my cats. You want to see how the cat's being a bad boy? Look at this. You're not supposed to be up there. What are you doing? Searching for wet food? I swear. I do declare. I salt and peppered and garlic the steak. I'm going to chop up some onion and I just boil the water. Simple episode for such a fancy and fantastic spread. Like, I might be the greatest cook of all time. Go play with your brother. Cats. So what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Everybody have a good Friday the 13th?
Excuse me.
I told him.
Get down.
I told him.
Get down.
Mama's mad.
Come on. Get down.
And right now, Bonnie is attempting to get the cat off of the fridge, staring. Ooh, it's a stare down. Ooh, he looked away. Oh, bad boy, bad boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the bond comes for you? Try to film a show?
Look at him. Look at him going sideways when I try to grab him. Look how he leans.
You will not be climbing on the new fridge and the new place.
I can't believe you're not listening to me. Because you know he's on camera. He fucking hates the camera.
He loves the camera. He's the co-star. He's whining about getting on it earlier. He loves y'all. Especially Siegel. Fantasy football coming soon. Don't worry, guys. I'll keep you updated throughout the whole season. Our Friday the 13th, we continued our Friday the 13th marathon. She hasn't seen them all. I used to watch them all as a kid. I've seen them all. We watched part 6.
Boy.
Now you get down.
Good boy.
What a bitch. I'll do it when I want to do it. I told you. He's such a prima donna.
Good boy.
Yeah, watch part 6. What are you doing? What are you doing, Tommy? Seriously? It's his fault. He went there to dig Jason up, to have closure and set him on fire. Spoiler alert, by the way, for this movie that came out in 1986 or 7. You dug him up, then the lightning struck. Well, he was trying to process. He was the cause of all the deaths. And then, to solve it, he was like, oh, Jason's got to be buried where he died at his home. Crystal Lake, right? Which they renamed Forest Green. So he ends up beckoning Jason out into the lake. But it's like, he was going to drown him and, hook the chain around his neck to a boulder. There's like that much water between his head and the surface. Someone's going to find him. Of course, he's going to come back, right? And we all know this because there was a Jason 7, 8, 9 reboot. Jason X in space. Anyways, I do love Jason. I do love horror movies. Y'all know that. But Tommy, what you doing, bro? It's funny how horror movies used to be. They didn't give a shit about the writing. Sometimes it's funny, right? Sometimes if you're trying to do it in a comical manner, the girl protagonist in Jason 6, get a hold of yourself. Are you that fucking bored? Y'all gonna have to go watch this movie so you know what I'm talking about. Jason. I'm about to grill this steak up. Y'all know I love you. And I appreciate every single one of you that watch these and that have subscribed. It's freaking awesome. But your boy Calvin has been stuck on 119 subscribers for the last week and a half. And that's cool. But your boy Calvin wants to grow. So, if you wouldn't mind, if you have it in your heart, and by all means, only if you want to do this, share your favorite video. Share your favorite Cooking with Calvin or Sips episode. Yeah, doing Sips. I'm trying to release those Thursdays, Fridays, and then a random day of the week maybe. That's how I'm going to do it right now. Those are, again, 2 to 5 minutes. Cooking with Calvin's Tuesdays. All airing 5 p.m. Central. Y'all know this. But yeah, help a brother grow. I appreciate it. If you don't want to do that, that's cool too. I thank you for watching. I'm cutting up some bell pepper, I cut up some onion, and I cut up some mushroom. Not going to do tomato because tomato and ramen's weird. I don't know why I said that. Garlic on the steak, and that's pretty much it. It's going to be pretty simple because all the flavors are in the thingy things. What's happening in the world right now? It's on fire! The world's on fire! World's on fire!
A strong, I'm so sorry.
Alright, no bell pepper.
Apparently. It's just a strong
doesn't go with the
taste.
ramen, right? I don't know what I was thinking. So just onion and mushroom. Anyways, Ewan basically confirmed what we all knew, that man has caused the world to set on fire! Set on fire! That's fun.
City's on fire!
I know some of y'all don't believe or whatever. But if the world raises in temperature a mere 2 degrees, that's catastrophic. Plant life, sea levels, etc. Animals die faster than they're meant to fly.
Etc. fucks me up every time.
Etc. fucks her up every time. That'd be a good shirt. Since it's a ramen episode, which I pronounced ramen for years, which, whatever. If you say a word and people know what you mean, then that's a word. I heard someone say productful the other day, and then it was on a podcast, and then the other guys were like, wait, did you just say productful? That's not a word. But they knew what he was talking about. That's a word, and productful's not a word. Are you serious? Like, I've been very productful today. I think that I get productive. Okay. Cooking with
heard
Calvin.
it. I heard it.
She heard it.
You
But
know what? Though?
productive should be a word.
Why?
Because it makes sense.
That's not how you
Conjugate, schmonjugate. No one knows grammar. No one has grammar. No, we don't even teach grammar anymore.
Also, I cannot spell the word inconvenience to save my fucking life. Do you know how frequently I have to type inconvenience?
The worst speller, because spell check ruined my generation.
Truly.
Just right click, spell check. I don't know how to spell a lot of things. And conjugations, I talked about this, it's IT apostrophe S. Whatever. Because sometimes apostrophe S means possessive, sometimes it means it is. It's just dumb with a lot of different words. Have y'all noticed, at least those that live in the area, or maybe not, that the water has been tasting very earthy lately? What is that about? It's dirty. Like, we use Brita filters and everything, but I'm going to have to double, triple filter my Wawa.
It's algae.
I don't like it. Y'all like my mohawk though? It's cool, right? Give me validation. About to sizzle that sazzle. Again, it's New York boneless strip, or whatever the hell that is. Meat thermometer, that might not be the greatest, but it was like $12. What are these called? Clampers? Clammers? Cloppers? Glommers! Make sure to have your glommers. Look, you can tell that my current dwelling leans a little bit because the butter. How do we like it in this house? Rare. I got it on high, so I'm talking about like flash cook. 1 minute. Boom. So I'm going to cut it up and put it in some ramen, and then if we have leftovers, we'll just eat it as steak! Boom, 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 boom. I'm thinking about investing in some way better equipment. We're talking about cameras, we're talking about microphones, we're talking about lights in the new place. I feel like I have to up my production value if I really want to make this a thing, you know what I'm saying? And I think I kind of did. 1 minute. And I'm just going to I'm going to listen to my heart. I'm not even, you know what? I'm not even checking it. Minute on each side. Cooking with Calvin, we live on the edge. Living on the edge. The cat sleeping on the couch. I love y'all. I got some nice comments this week from some people. They're like, oh, you brightened my day. And I was like, really? Like, for real? Yeah, that's all I want to do is like make people happy, make people laugh. Okay. Alright. Steak. Fucking love steak. We also watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Friday the 13th, and great movie, great movie. She never saw it, so I had to educate. Ooh. That's good. And they're talking about cows, and how cows used to be slaughtered. Which is like sledgehammers, and it would take like 2 or 3 or 4 times to hit them in the face. And they were talking about how, like, nowadays, in the 70s, they use an air gun. I think they still do that. I don't even know now. It's really horrible. But their flesh is so good. 4 of these mamma jammas. When do you know water is done boiling? Like, of course, when it's boiling, right? But is there still a certain temperature you want it to reach at? I don't know. I don't know. I got the waters boiling for those 2. I'm going to throw this and all of these. So again, today, the segment is a versus segment. The Jade Pearl Rice Ramen Noodles, there was no sauce or anything. It's just those. So probably going to put the onion and mushroom into those. That would make the most sense, right? This is the kimchi spicy noodle stuff. There's a pepper and an oil packet. You're going to put it in that. And then we have, once again, the Japanese miso ramen, the hot and sour rice ramen noodle soup, the garlicly veggie rice ramen noodle soup, and Mike's Mighty Good Craft Ramen. Who's gonna win? Oh, the tension, oh my god, it's palpable, it's palpable. Gonna cut up the steak, and gonna put that in, it's probably the one that didn't come with any packages or anything. And then we're just gonna eat the rest, because steak! Off. Weird. Not weird. Different. And here we have today's delectable, fancy ramen spread. Can't really see what the camera's doing, so just hoping you get a good pic. Hashtag CRK, or no, I'm sorry, not hashtag. CRK85CRK, Venmo, Cash App. Taste test time with Bob! That's my babe, that's my girl. 6 different ramens to choose. We're gonna go one by one. Which one would you like to start with, my babe? This is the Mike's Mighty Good Crocked Ramen. Let's see how we do it. We're gonna both taste it.
It's crazy hot.
You want me to go first, just in case? I don't think they are. Hashtag not a sponsor. So I figure on 3, 1 out of 5 stars on 3. Okay. So 1 being, of course, the worst. 5 being the best. 1, 2, 3.
2.5. It's like not bad. But
it's not
like
bad.
Whatever.
It's just like whatever. Yeah.
The noodles could be like more developed, like more cooked. They're kind of like
fish. Yeah, it's just
they're kind of like peanutty in smell.
Okay. She has the best smell. She's the roaster at our coffee shop, Coffee Empire. It's fine. It's not bad. $3.49. I'd rather go with the 15-cent one.
Honestly, yeah, it's because sodium.
Rice ramen noodle soup, hot and sour.
Take that, my Wawa.
So hot and sour. 1, 2, 3, 2.5, 4.
If you're thinking about it in the sense of it's hot and sour soup, it's head on, like hits the nail on the head. That's hot and sour.
Okay, so are you determining your stars by what it's supposed to be, or what you think in comparison of others? I'm comparing it to basically old school ramen. The ramen I used to eat in a cup or in a package. So 2.5 for me, 2 for her. Which one next, bud? Miso ramen. 1 Culture Foods Japanese miso ramen. 1, 2, 3, 3.
I was gonna say 3.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Trace. I think it's pretty good. It's like
it's pretty good.
The noodles are good. The broth isn't too bad.
There's a little like fake kind of taste up front, but then when you drink the broth and let it settle a little bit, you get that miso taste that you're expecting to get.
Nice. Miso ramen. Rice ramen, garlicky veggie. Oh no, 2, 3, 1.5. It's just like I don't like the broth too much.
The broth tastes almost like nothing. Majority, it tastes like frozen spinach, which if you've had frozen spinach, it's fucking gross.
Yeah.
Fresh spinach is bust.
Yeah.
Because it has that weird watery, like, I've been sitting around in juice.
Agreed.
Taste.
Agreed. Where's up? All right, I assume you want to do this one?
That hurt your fingers? I made an audible noise. Stop, I don't like that.
Mike's Mighty Good Vegetarian Kimchi Ramen Soup. Kimchi. And this is the one I added the
shrimp
habanero shrimps to. Baby, you don't have to eat the shrimp if you don't want. I'm going to take one.
You took the tail off. Good job.
Oh, absolutely. So I realized I didn't specify, like, as far as the 15-cent cup noodles, whatever I used to eat, those aren't necessarily 5-star.
I'll give them a 2.5 for nostalgia.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. So those are at 2.5. So everything so far has been subpar.
I mean, it's just been like whatever.
It's just been like whatever. All right, so this one, 1, 2, 3, 3.5. I liked it, but I like spicy and I like shrimp.
My thing is, it's not spicy.
Okay.
It's not kimchi spicy. It doesn't taste like kimchi. The broth tastes pretty much like nothing. The shrimp doesn't even taste like habanero. It mostly tastes like chili powder, which is not much.
And the shrimp was
separate. Yes, the shrimp was separate. I will say the noodles were the best so far.
Okay.
In terms of texture, they were the softest and the least like, I taste like something weird.
Interesting. Jade Pearl rice ramen. Didn't use all of it because there's a fuck ton. This is the one I put the onion and the steak in. I think I'm just going to try it without the steak at the moment. I'll try one with the steak. first with the steak. With the steak. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We're so good.
Without the steak. 1, 2, 3, 2.
I will say, without the steak, but with the green onion. Without the green onion, it would be a 2. It would be nothing. It tastes like nothing.
It's just nothing. So I think what we learned on today's episode.
Don't buy healthy store ramen.
Ramen that is $2.99, $3.99, $4.99, it's all for show. It's all for show. You can do better on your own.
You can do better with the 15-cent ones, jazzing it up.
Absolutely. Jazz that shit up.
Add an egg.
Worker class. Add an egg.
Add green onion.
Yeah. So,
Put some steak in it.
MrBallz, this was for you. Thank you guys for joining my first Versus episode. Thanks for joining us, guys.
MrBallz, I would like to say that I requested him to do a real traditional ramen, but he might do it one day.
I will. It's just like life. Join us next week. Next week. Tune in for sips, and we're gonna eat all of this ramen, but probably mostly the steak.